Okay, so he's just come in and took a piss out back, and now I got up. So I want you to think about all the things. When I am sitting here not facing him, he doesn't know I'm not facing him. Nope. He doesn't know I can see him. What he thinks is I'm turning away. So I'm going to turn my head towards him and watch. Just watch what happens. He's desperate to get my attention here. So if you start petting this or soothing it or saying calm down, the chances of that staying are almost 100%. Because that's the kind of dog he is. So watch, I'm going to look at him. Now I'm going to look away. Watch. When I look at him, so I can see him in the monitor, but when I look at him, he'll get real quiet. Watch. Now look away. He's like, no, that's not what I want. Now he's demanding to be fed from, he's like, this position, this position. So this is how dogs will learn to look at you like a Pez dispenser. You've got to be careful what you feed in that snapshot that you're feeding, right? So here he's quiet. And you can't just make it up in your mind, like, well, he's down, so I'm going to feed him. If he's whining and panting and scratching and moving, you're feeding all of it. You don't get to decide what you feed, he does. So you better be super careful about when that treat comes. I was out of position here. So I'm going to wait. Be patient. I'm going to wait. See the table dance he's doing back there? You can't set it. So we'll wait. Don't be thrilled when your dog does a behavior that you bribed him for, because he's like, oh, I get it. You're going to pay me. You're going to give me maximums, and I'm going to give you minimums. And don't get excited about it. Don't get excited about it. It's no big deal. Everything, Duke gets whining his ass off. Everything is no big deal. Now I have to go into the cookie jar for more treats. Watch what happens to the dog. The dog doesn't realize you're reloading the treat gun. The dog doesn't understand that. The dog says, oh yeah, there's more here. Watch, I'll offer it down, I'll whine, I'll wiggle, whatever behavior. It's not just the down, people. And I'm just doing this to show you, like with the Sky video, how dogs can get pretty entitled pretty quick and think, now see, he thinks put the back up again. He wants to start the process all over again. But you don't want to feed the process, you want to feed the picture. At this level, you want to feed the picture, not the progress, right? Back end, back end, back end, he's too excited. He knows where my hand is too. Do you see it? See, the problem, dumb dogs are pretty easy to train. Smart dogs are pretty, no, fuck you, you ain't getting that. I saw your ass move. Dumb dogs are easy to train. They just, okay. But smart dogs are always trying to play chess with you. They're always trying to outdo you. Whoop. Be patient. So click the picture of the snapshot when you get what you want. The reason he's doing all this is because he's anticipating the food. He's not waiting for it. He's trying to he's trying to punch the vending machine. You better fucking give it to me. Because you put money in a vending machine and it goes brrr, and it stops. The first thing you do is start hitting it. That's what he's doing. You're gonna shake it. So that all those behaviors that he's doing here are behaviors that, hear the anxiety? That's not cute. Unless you want to be living with that. He's a very vocal dog. You got to go against the grain there. Look at him dancing. Look at him dancing. I need him to be calm. Back end. Just, this isn't down anymore, it's calmness. This is calmness. I want the down position for sure. And I'm not gonna just feed calm, because then whatever position he's in, he can think, oh, it's that position. He's gonna get, you have to kind of eliminate things. So like process of elimination, so he's left with, what do I get rewarded for? And it can be layered, it can be laying down, it can be anything that happens. So if he's whining or he's tail wagging, watch the tail, fine, that'll feed, right? So now he's going to get up again and start the whole process. What I really want him to do is calm down, and we're at the beginning stage of this, so I'm going to keep feeding when he lays down and he's calm. What I want him to do is put together in his head, I'm going to stay here and get food. Oh, nice and calm, there we go. See, that process starts again. He thinks it's the chain, not the down. Does that make sense? He thinks it's the chain, not the down, the behavior change. So now when he doesn't get it, watch, he's going to try to get my attention. He's going to go up. Do we have to do this again? Did you want to sit? What? Okay, is it this here? Is this what you're looking for? I'm going to try to be calm. So I'm graduating length as well. Does that make sense? And you gotta have patience for this. Like, you could put an e-collar up here and hit down, he'll down. But at what cost? What's the collateral damage? You know, work on the relationship, not the position, right? So watch it. Your timing better be right. Your area of influence better be right. Your positioning better be right. I want to feed him like here because I don't want him to get used to me standing next to him, feeding him from a sit all the time. I want him to understand that this is the teaching phase of positions. It's not the obedience phase. This is not obedience. None of this is obedience. He's just guessing. And when he guesses, he gets fed. But we'll progress it. We'll just keep layering it and layering it and layering it. Because I want him to know how I think, and I want to know how he thinks. So that's the deal. Nice and calm. So see how it starts again? What I'm looking for him to do is get tired of doing those push-ups. And then he'll go, I'm just going to stay here. You have to create what you want. You have to choreograph it. There you go. Bring that ass back down like a boom, boom, boom. Nope. Nope. Now, April just walked into the kitchen, so he's looking at her right now. So he's going to forget. Again, if you're looking for results, then I can make him down very quickly on command. I can make it happen. And he'll do it, it'll be reliable. But what I'm trying to show you is that when you use food too often the wrong way, and no corrections, and corrections have a nasty reputation. It's not. They're very, very good. Corrections are good. Let me correct you, you know. Your GPS corrects you in a favorable way all the time. A correction isn't what the media's made it out to be. It's essential. Before there's reward, there should be correction. Sit back in. No, that came up, so I pull it away. I still have it. So when you hear people yelling, praise him, praise him, praise him, feed him, praise him, throw the ball, give the toy, you're giving too much. We're talking about settle down. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, but I'm gonna reward it. See that back end coming up? I want that back end to stay down. Can I make it? Sure, I can absolutely make it. But if a dog figures out something on their own, then it sticks better than if you make them do it. Then they start looking for, or more likely to look for a way out of it. So all his mind is thinking is down, get up, down, get up, down, get up. That's the behavior chain. So am I rewarding the behavior chain? Yeah. Did I think I was in the beginning? Kinda, but I'll see it better now. So I've done some work. Like everybody trying to be perfect all the time is not going to work for the dog if you really want to understand it. Is that the dog has to understand on its own, maybe with a little choreography help from you, but the dog has to lay down and he's got to stay there. So here, he's staying there. See that ass coming up? I stop. Brings it back down. Brings it back down. Brings it back down. Now I'm teaching him to do a rump shaker, and I don't want that either. So we'll wait. Again, saying the commands, he doesn't know. Down, couche, plots. This is all just guessing. He doesn't know. So when we start getting frustrated that the dog doesn't understand because we haven't done the foundational work, the groundwork with the dog, then it's easy to just go get an e-collar and make them. That's what people do. They just go, here, watch, we'll fucking shut him down and look, he looks trained. People love that. This isn't working with the dog. That's not dog training. That's dog restraint. Dog, I don't know. So I'm looking for peak. What's peak? Check out my Patreon platform, you'll know what peak is. Peak is when the dog gets the best snapshot it's going to get for that session. Then you're done. So he's filling up on food and he's getting mentally tired. So the drive is going to diminish, the desire is going to diminish, and then hopefully when he understands, now I come back, see that butt goes up again. So the problem here is that you can teach with food. You absolutely should. In a lot of instances, you should teach with food. Not when they're eating the trash or not when they're shitting on your bed. You don't reward any of that shit. But having an understanding that the dog sees a different picture than you. Like this dog is like, fuck you, pay me. He's telling me. And if you go look at the Sky Project after 4 years of that, that's what it turns into. And you don't want that. You don't want that. Got to balance it. Boom. So the biggest thing you're feeding in his mind is anxiety, anticipation, right? He's like, but I don't know if you go back and watch the beginning of the video, it's coming down. And again, this is how I do things with this dog at this stage, at this age, with this dog's history. Go look where I got him in the shelter system and you'll see he was 20 pounds when I got him. He was tied to a tree in somebody's yard. And he's put on about 15 pounds. So he's really a good dog. We did the evaluation process. So now I'm just letting people in on Patreon about how we do things. There's going to be a lot of people look at this and say, that's not how you do it. Okay, that's fine. Do it your way. if you're interested in doing a different way and really understanding the dog and yourself, then check out Patreon. That's what that's there for. Check out a workshop, check out a seminar. Other than that, go do your thing. So there's a definite calmness that's coming over him. See how anytime I go for this or April comes in the room, that's why hypersocialization is a bad thing. This is a dog that could get hypersocial real fucking quick. Now see, it's back up because there's new food, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over so he doesn't have to get up. So watch, just moving my chair, watch. Towards him about a foot. He's not settled enough to get fed. See the back hip over? Good. Ripper. So look at this dog doing the whole chain, not just understanding down. So how can I help him? If I keep feeding that behavior chain, I'm going to keep getting that. So I'm going to put my hand here. Watch. When he's in the down, I just open the hand. Keep the hand there. Bring up another one over. Don't do that. See, he's thinking about how to get the hand open, not what position he's in. So, stop. Little corrections right there. Little feed, right? Food comes over. Don't come back down. Stop. So my goal for this session is to try, if it's not possible, it's not possible, to get 2 feeds in a row while he's in the down. He's getting closer. So sometimes you have to decrease and increase your area of influence. If you go too far too fast, then the dog's going to get a different impression. And the reason the dog keeps getting up is because it takes so long to deliver the food. So he's like, yeah, come on. Boom. Boom. Ah! Yes. Ah! Little pressure, so he knows, like, I'm a mama. You ain't touching that shit. Dude, I swear to God, he looks like he's in a titty bar, just giving a lap dance. Boom. Ah! A little more pressure. Boom. Ah! So there's a clear wrong and a clear right here. And it's a verbal. Boom. Pretty good. Tempted to end there. So something's changing. Now people want you to communicate. People want you to communicate with the dog like the veterinary behaviorists want you to. It's not natural. It's not organic. The dog has a better chance of understanding this. So feed. He's going to try to get up. Yeah, and there we go. You did it. All right. Let's put him away. That's that.